Okay, so we're on South Mountain here, and we're getting ready to watch a light and shadow event. So, as the it's hard to do this and hold this camera at the same
So
time.
that's what I say. You want me to just?
Yeah, just do both of them.
Yep.
All right. So, when the light when the light appears here, we can already start to see it starting to form here. Here's the light ray. All right. So it will come down this way. This right here is carved in such a way that this is an Indian headdress. His profile will come through here, through the shadow. You'll see his nose and his chin. As the light keeps going, the guy here with the staff will pierce the light ray. He will be piercing the light. As the light continues, you see these cracks here, okay? The light will eventually come up this side, and eventually the guy will be floating in the light. These cracks are actually the canyons that we see behind us over here, are the canyons of the mountains. The light will come up this way, the shadow will come up this way, and will do an arch, and it will make the side of South Mountain here. This arrow will be piercing a mountain, will be piercing a hill, and the arrow will pierce a hill, which is that hill right over there. As it continues, it will turn into a canyon. This is the sun. These are the canyons from the mountain. It will create a mountain with a valley here, a hill here. The arrow's piercing the hill. Here's the canyons. The guy's floating in the light. And then here's the Indian profile face. Now this is just starting. It's just happening now. Over here, on this side, we have this shelf here. See how this is cut? It's all cut and shaved, all right, for a reason. When the light gets in this position here, it will cast a shadow on this crack. The shadow will go up this crack and will disappear into this crack here. This is the doorway to the underworld. Here we have a lizard man. He's holding on to a UFO orb. Can you see that with the cameras?
Yeah.
He's holding a UFO orb. There's a sun right above that. Sun rays. You can tell it's the sun because it's got rays coming out the sun. This is a sun marker, a light and shadow marker. When you see these type of petroglyphs, you know that this is aligned with the equinox and the solstice, the day that we're on today. And his tail is coming right into this crack here. So we're here just as it's starting. So there is some cloud cover, but I think eventually the sun will be able to cast its light and we'll be able to see the effect. So this is going to take about an hour to complete, so we got time. Hit pause, baby. I can hit pause on this.
I know, I'm trying.
So yeah, so gotta hurt a rattlesnake. Okay, so we're waiting for this light and shadow effect here. And the canyons, those cracks there, is talking about those cracks over there, those canyons. The cracks down the side of the wall are those canyons right there. So over time, the man will cast his staff into the light. The arrow will pierce the hill, and the sun will be right into the two valleys here of the canyon. Here's what I'm talking about. See that little cliff right there? See how the rock it's edged out? See that? So when the sun gets right there, it will cast a shadow, and we'll go up this crack, up the side of this crack, all the way up into this crack here. All right, so let's put it on pause and let's do it in time lapse. Here you can see the light already starting to happen. The light is already starting to happen. And what time is it? What time is it, beautiful?
I don't know.
Okay.
9:37.
It's 9:37 right now. You can see all these rocks here. Now they were at one time up on top here. And those rocks were either cut or broken apart. And there's glyphs here. You can see there's a glyph there. And I'm not really sure how this happened here, but the rocks has dissipated, has fallen down. They're right here now. Now, if this is a natural occurrence or if someone, it doesn't look like anybody blew this up because we don't see any dynamite sticks. So who knows how those rocks got placed here, but you can see the glyph here. It's like an animal, but its feet are turned feet are opposite directions. So it's not a regular animal, but it's a spirit being. Okay, so the light is starting to cut through the rock here. Okay, so it's 10 o'clock on the equinox, and you can see the light there, the shadow starting.
You want me to do it? You want me to hold it?
I got it, sweetie. I can just see it on the camera. Okay, so the light is starting, the shadow, the light here. This is what we're following right now. This area here is what we're following. Here's the complete sunlight, but what we're really watching is this area here, and you can tell it's starting to become a line. It will come down this way and eventually come down this way, and the stick figure guy will be stabbing the light with the headdress here and the shadow of the face. So that's basically what we're watching right now, is this line right here. Hey, it's about 11 o'clock. You can see how the light is starting to come down and shine on the rock there to the right. This is the bright light here. You can see the line of the sun. It's starting to form the light there. Okay, so now it's about 11:15, and we can see how the light, the shadow there, is coming down. So it's starting to illuminate this side of the rock here. You see that? See the way the shadow is working? So it's just now starting to form. It is about 11:15 now. Okay, it's 12 noon. It's 12 noon, and it's almost 12. A couple more minutes, and we can just now start to see the light. You can see the shadow of my stick here. Kind of hard to see. We got a cloudy day, but the man is now sticking his staff in the light. You can see the shadow of the stick here. You can see the light on how it's casting down this way, and now he is piercing the sunlight with his staff. Here's the light right there. You can see the shadow of my stick. See the shadow?
Oh, am I missing it?
And now he's sticking the light, his staff, in the light.
Oh gosh, this is hard on me.
The light is starting to form right here where the feather will start to emerge. This right here will be the feather from the headdress, and it's coming from the tip here. The light is now breaking. It is opening up. He is now sticking his staff in the light. It's 12 o'clock.
Oh my God.
We're filming, baby. See, honey? See the light? See the light here? See this, babe?
Yeah.
See, he's sticking his staff in the light. This is the light. It's starting
Okay,
right
hold
here.
on. You need to wait until I get.
What time does your clock say?
Low network.
Yeah, I won't be able to go live. That's why I'm recording it.
Oh, I got it on airplane mode.
See, he's sticking his staff in the light at 12 noon. Here's the light ray. Is it live?
Not yet. No. Okay.
It's 12 noon. The light is coming at the top of this rock here. Here's the light, and now he's sticking his staff in the light. Now, as this panel moves along, as time goes by, okay, thanks, R2. As time goes by, this shadow here will come down this way and will form a forehead, a nose, and a chin. And this part right here will be the feathers of the headdress. These carvings here, these are carved. They're carved specifically to make a headdress and to make the shadow. Now we can see a little bit here now. See the shadow here? Okay, it's starting to make the nose. The man is now sticking more of his staff in the sunlight. Okay, as you can see, the man at 12 noon is sticking his staff in the sun there. The sun is now making the shadow of a nose, which will later turn into the profile face of the chief. The sun is moving now, and eventually the sun will come up this way and he will be floating in the light. Over here on this panel, we can now start to see how the shadow is cutting through the petroglyph representing the sun marker, as I call them in the books. So now the shadow is now, he's cutting right in half the sun marker. So, and the shadow will start to form at the bottom of that crack there, and we'll go up this crack into the bigger crack. Now you can see more. The light is starting to go around the man. His foot is now inside the light. And now you can start to see the Indian nose and face. Yeah. Now you can start to see how the nose is starting to form here. See the shadow? Here's his nose. Right there. There's his nose, and his mouth is forming. This could be his eye here when the panel is done.
Oh, hell, now I see it.
But here's his head. There's his nose, his mouth, and his chin. The man is now more into the light.
Yeah, I see it now.
Right. now you can get a better understanding that this is his headdress. The light is now, his leg is now in the light. He's going into the light now as the face starts to appear. Now we can see on how the man is completely flying in the light. The profile of the face and the Indian in the eye, the headdress, he's flying in the light. Now we can see as the sun moves around this way, the sun will make a hill. These are canyons here. All these carved out lines, they're canyons on the walls behind us. Now you can see on how this arrow is getting ready to pierce that light. It's one of the hills that are located in this area here. And now you can see the arrow is entering the light. It's almost there. Almost there.
I'm trying to get on there and
You can see the hill now from a distance. You can see the hill start to form.
oh God, I'm getting shaky.
Careful, dear. And then where the sun is, that's the sun. It's going to be right in a canyon. The sun is in a canyon. The Indian with his eye, his nose. Now we're a day late, so it's a little distorted, but you can still see what's going on here. The arrow is now piercing the light. Now you can see over here in this area here.
That was cool.
In this area here, you can now see. You can see on how the shadow is now in line with the crack. Now this shadow will follow the crack all the way up into the bigger crack. When you step back, you can see it more. You can see the outline of a triangle, and it's on the crack there. And they carved all this out to make that slab on top there. You can see the slab of rock sticking out. That's what's making this shadow on the line there, on the crack. Come back over here. Now we can see how the arrow is now piercing the light, and the sun is making a canyon where the petroglyph sun is.